Well, hi everybody. We're filming another episode of At Home in the Crowsnest Pass. I have Heather Davis from Uplift Adventures here. Hi, Heather.
Hello, my friends.
This is our first attempt at a Zoom call, virtual at home video here, so bear with us. We're rookies. I'd like to point out I'm wearing my brand new Uplift Adventure t-shirt here. That's lovely. Get yours today. Um, Honestly, I think it's the most comfortable shirt. I wore out my first shirt that I had to get a second shirt.
Oh, wow.
They're super comfy. So everybody needs to run out and get theirs. Give Heather a call or an email. So
And your wife kept stealing your last one, didn't she?
yeah, well, that was also why it got wore out really quickly, because it was a communal shirt. So I had to buy her own as well. So.
Yeah.
Thanks, Heather. I'm sure Candace will love that you pointed that out.
Well, what I like about the t-shirts too is that we're supporting local artists by creating a graphic on the front to try to give back to our local artists within Crowsnest Pass as well.
That's awesome. Yeah. Well, so Heather, today we're going to talk about a joint project that you and I initiated, and Heather, you did most, if not all, the work on, and it turned out fantastic, is our Mystery Towns Crowsnest Pass tour that you can, anybody can do. All you need is a mobile app and head into Blairmore. So it was really super fun to work on, and I think I'm still I have the top time on the tour. I'm not sure. I haven't checked recently, but I'm pretty sure Ian McKenzie and I have the fastest run. So challenges out there. But do you want to talk a little bit about it, Heather?
Yeah, well, you and Ian certainly have an advantage. So for those of you that don't know Chris and Ian McKenzie, they're kind of the super nerds when it comes to history and Crowsnest Pass, and that's a good thing.
Thanks.
So yeah, you guys did really, really well. I think you'd be hard to beat, that's for sure. So yeah, the Mystery Towns game. The reason we even started the game, when Uplift Adventures started, we were trying to discover Crowsnest Pass in Blairmore, and it was a walking tour, and I really loved it. I really loved the information, and I don't know if you could hear my dog in the background, but he's in the background and he's madly licking himself right now. But I wanted to do some more history and heritage and celebrate the history of Crowsnest Pass, because it's very amazing and inspirational and interesting. I quite often tell people that before I moved to Crowsnest Pass, I didn't even like history, and now I just can't get enough of it because it's so fascinating. And
You've come to the dark side.
I've gone to the dark side, and I can't get out. Like I just diving further and further and further. Yeah, we were doing these Discover Crowsnest Pass and Blairmore, and I know the Crowsnest Museum helped out big time with that, and I will always be so grateful for that. And but I felt like I wanted to make it a little bit more engaging, and maybe a little bit more hands-off as well. So I started looking and seeing what other places were doing, and I discovered Mystery Towns, and I got in touch with Mystery Towns, and they're based in Canmore, so they're not very far away, and they're still an Alberta-based business, which means a lot to me because I try to do as many things local and support as much local businesses as possible where it makes sense. So I got in touch with Andrew Nicholson, and I met him in Canmore when I was driving through one day, and found out a little bit more about how we can bring a Mystery Towns game to Crowsnest Pass. And this was, I think, September 2018. And you know, building an app is not cheap. So I was like, okay, well, you know, I'd love to have this game, but I know it's not something that I can just do, but now I know what it takes to make it happen. And I came to you, Chris, and I told you, and I know you love the idea like instantly, like you're almost always on board. And that's one of the reasons why I like working with you so much, is it's just like, yeah, let's do it. Let's figure out how to make it happen.
You have good ideas. Of course I'm gonna be.
Oh, thank you. I'm gonna tell my husband you said that.
Sorry, Darren.
um, and and so, you know, we both knew what the platform meant and how to make it happen. We just needed to figure out that funding side of it. And it was kind of funny because I always watch grants and things like that. And I, I saw that a grant was being extended. And to me, when I see a grant being extended, it usually means that they had very little people apply for it. And I sent it to the museum thinking that the museum could use it. And you came back to me instantly and you're like, why don't we use this to make the Mystery Towns game? And I wasn't even thinking it, but you said it and I was like, sounds good, let's do it, let's try, right? And we went for it, and we got that grant funding through the Alberta government to create this game. And it's such a beautiful partnership because it's giving back to the museum, it's giving back to Uplift Adventures and to Mystery Towns, so two small businesses and our local museum. So that's beautiful in itself. So that's kind of how the Mystery Towns came about. And Mystery Towns is an app that you put on your phone, and then you purchase the game, and you can purchase these games in many locations. And it's a very it's a growing trend right now, having these apps on your phone so that they help you discover an area. And this one's really fun because it's a game at the same time. It's kind of like a scavenger hunt, kind of like an escape room, and you can compete with it, you cannot compete with it. It's timed, and it's really, really engaging, and it's a high quality experience that people get. So you can play them all over, like they're in Edmonton and Calgary, Vancouver, of course Canmore, where they are based. And we got Crowsnest Pass on that map, and people travel just to do these games. So it's really neat to be on that map with them.